Kevin Benedict, Enterprise Mobility Analyst. I'm reporting this week from Tokyo, Japan, and I'm here with Jeff Wallace from Cognizant. Now, Jeff, why don't you share with our viewers today what your position is at Cognizant?
Sure, thanks, Kevin. I'm the Assistant Vice President of the Mobility Practice and focusing extensively on building out our ecosystem of alliances and partnerships with mobility solution providers and partners, as well as looking at advisory services.
So for those that may not be familiar with Cognizant, why don't you give us the one-sentence introduction to Cognizant?
Sure. So Cognizant's been around since the early 90s. We're a firm of about 130,000 employees worldwide and a large systems integration firm, revenues in the neighborhood of $6 billion annually.
Wow. So I'm hearing a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of people asking about enterprise mobility. From your position at Cognizant, what are you hearing?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a tremendous amount of enthusiasm about mobility, and in fact, only in the last 100 days or so, or 4 or 5 months or so, Cognizant actually formed a dedicated mobility practice as a horizontal practice to support all of our vertical practice industry groups. So we have formed that as an opportunity for us to offer full end-to-end capabilities around mobility, starting with, of course, a strategy, helping organizations determine what an appropriate mobility strategy would be, and then all the way through to the build, test, deploy, manage, support aspects of mobility. So and that includes user experience, user interface. So we really offer a full end-to-end cycle now within our mobility practice.
So are you doing that because you think there's going to be interest, or you're hearing of interest?
There's no question, even in just the short period that we've had our practice, we've taken on upwards of over 100 projects.
Wow.
And prior to that, all of the mobility projects, there were massive amounts of mobility activity going on within our organization. It was just within the silos of the vertical industry groups. Now we recognize that the mobility is much more of a horizontal offering that applies across any vertical industry. There's not probably any company today that won't be impacted by mobility. And so rather than keep it siloed within the vertical groups that we have within Cognizant, we've pulled that out to make a dedicated horizontal practice. So there's no question at all from our perspective. Mobility is here, as you like to say, for the rest of our careers.
Yes.
So,
well, Jeff, thank you for sharing with our viewers today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kevin.